We can all clearly see that Hollywood today is not as focused on bringing public quality primetime entertainment as they are on pushing a certain agenda. The woke culture of progressiveness is something Hollywood is not willing to compromise on. And if you are a part of Hollywood, you must support this agenda or risk the dissolution of your career, and few are willing to take the risk. But not Jim Carrey. He is not having any of it, and not keeping quiet about it either. He keeps cracking down on Hollywood with statement after statement, and whether or not his career is on the line doesn't seem to bother him a bit.
No idea. You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
In this video, we are going to look at some of the numerous occasions when Jim Carrey came after the woke culture of today. Before we continue, please hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated on more videos. With that said, let's get right into today's video. As a two-time Golden Globe winner and the star of many movies like The Mask and Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey is a household name when it comes to Hollywood and comedy. Only a few have made as much impact as he has made in the entertainment industry. It's not too strange that someone who is so invested in the act of comedy and entertainment will get frustrated by the wokeness and culture of censorship we see today in Hollywood. That's why he has joined the ranks of other big stars, like Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Burr, to speak against this new wave of censorship on comedy. Jokes today have become something to be monitored and policed by Hollywood and the woke army. People have been known to lose their jobs and their shows for saying something offensive or unacceptable to the woke community. But the thing is, jokes are not supposed to be patronizing. When it comes to jokes, we are supposed to be allowed to make fun of things so long as it's hilarious. Carrey has decided to be among those comedians pointing out that this suffocating culture of silence is just wrong. It's okay to tell a joke, it's okay to tweet something funny about someone or something, and no one should get canceled for it. Just recently, Roseanne Barr lost her show and career for a tweet she made because it was deemed offensive. When did we become this sensitive as a nation? A nation that once celebrated stand-up comedy is now being run by this mob of sensitive people ready to tear you apart for a simple joke, all with the backing of Hollywood. With these sorts of attacks on comedians and those in show business, no wonder a lot of celebrities are adhering to the culture of silence and censorship for fear of being the next to lose their careers. On a particular show, Jim Carrey called out Jimmy Kimmel, a popular TV host, for his bias when it came to the two major political parties in the country. Jim asked Jimmy why he refused to call out the other side, but continued to joke about just one party in the country. Jimmy replied that he didn't want to alienate half of his audience. You can tell which part was being referred to here, as only one group of people are notorious for not being able to take a joke. This is the norm among stars and celebrities today in the news media, in modern comedy, and in the movie industry. A lot of folks know what is right, but they are silenced and too cowardly to speak out. Thank God for the few with the spine to say it's enough. Jim Carrey's distaste for Hollywood's woke culture hasn't gone unnoticed, and he has had a lot to deal with from the media. You don't go against the woke army without expecting some dire consequences. And in Carrey's case, apart from the threat to his job, the media constantly paraded him as crazy. They started popularizing the idea that he has lost his mind, making everything he says seem like the mumbling of a madman. Jim has come out to tell his fans not to believe what the media says about him, as 80% are lies, and that his image is deliberately being tarnished. We can guess this is payback by the media machine because of the many things he has had to say about Hollywood lately. Jim says he had lost himself in his pursuit of fame, and today doesn't recognize himself. It's becoming clear that with Hollywood, even outside the movie scene, you stick to the script of censorship so much that you are not even allowed to think your thoughts or share a different opinion from the woke media. Daring to do anything different can earn you a lot of enemies. We all hear the rumors of a secret organization that controls Hollywood and serves as those who buy the souls of celebrities and prevent them from revealing any information about them to the public. Jim, in an interview, exposed the Illuminati as the inner working control system of Hollywood and even displayed their symbol and told the host he was a part of the Illuminati.
It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it.
Though he did so in a typical Jim Carrey mocking fashion. It seemed funny, but most fans around the world believed what he was saying, and for good reason. The almost cult-like approach of Hollywood in censoring and controlling the actions of celebrities gives rise to the thought of a supreme governing body that wants to dominate and ensures that their bidding is done without question or regulation. Jim revealed that he would be quitting Hollywood shortly after calling them out for their many shameful actions, with one notable instance being the Chris Rock and Will Smith saga. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock right across the face on the 2022 Oscar Awards stage for joking about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who was bald because she had a condition called alopecia. The world was outraged by this, but little or nothing was ever done against this utter disregard for the craft of comedy. It's one thing not to be able to take a joke. It's another thing to think it's okay to smack a comedian right across the face for something he said. What's more painful was the standing ovation given to Will Smith for winning Best Actor in a movie that same night after the incident. Jim described Hollywood as spineless for this and said he was sickened by the ovation.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless.
Comedy is meant to push boundaries, and it should be offensive to no one. No one, especially not a legend like Chris Rock, should get slapped for telling a joke. Shortly after this, Jim resigned and took a bow from Hollywood. He had dealt with long-term depression for a long time, as his life has been a turbulent journey since he was young. His father lost his job when he was still young, and for a time he and his family were homeless. He got a job as an actor, but even then wasn't expected to do well. But he became an overnight sensation, with his movies gathering massive sales. At this time, he had to deal with the issue of losing himself in the pursuit of success in his career, and this could explain why he would suffer bouts of depression all through his life. If you've not subscribed at this point, please do so. You don't miss any of our future videos. Despite all Jim has gone through, he has continued to remain a voice for this nation. He is one of the few who remembers what America used to stand for. He knows what freedom of speech and expression is all about, and he won't shy away from ringing these into the ears of Hollywood and anyone else who would want to take away that privilege from us. We are glad for this, and hope that more people with the platform to reach a lot of people will stand up and fight for our democracy and our nation. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. See you in the next video.